In this video, we're out in glass-off conditions.
Oh yeah!
Netting some insane fish.
I have ever had. Oh, I knew it! I knew it! I knew it! Oh.
And capturing some unseen underwater footage.
There we go, fish on. Hey guys, and welcome back to the Foul Anglers. You are joining us on an absolutely stunning morning out on the boat. As you can see behind us, the water is like glass. I think the forecast said 1 mile an hour wind for this morning, so we should be in for a really good session. So it is 5:30 at the minute. We have just got out to the mark where we want to fish. We're going to be drifting along some pinnacles and fishing some reef with little lures and sort of light spinning gear, so it should be some good fun going after some big pollock. Possibly even the big wrasse, as we're not going to be drifting too quickly. As the tide picks up a bit, we will speed up the drift a little bit, so hopefully that will bring some more fish if we don't get any luck this morning. But let's drop straight down and give it a go where we are now. Let's do it. Right, I don't think there's any fish here. Okay, go on. Never mind. There we go, fish on guys, first fish of the morning, just after he said don't think there's any fish here. Classic, but a nice little pollock to start us off. There's probably loads of these guys down there. There he is, beautiful. We will pop him straight back.
There he is, lovely fish, look at the colours on him, beautiful.
Oh. Don't know what that was, so I just jumped. He was fighting even less than the pollock I just had. That's because it's not a pollock, it's a little tiny wrasse. There he is, he hit that as soon as it hit the bottom. That was probably a bit of a territorial strike, he was just straight on it. There you go, lovely little one, and he absolutely stinks. There we go, that was the first, literally, I don't know, 10 minutes of fishing, 2 fish to the boat. Not too bad, but those 2 fish were quite small, and we want something bigger. In these conditions, I know we're fishing very light gear, but if you go out to deeper ground, you can watch when your line stops exactly. It's not like you're going up and down with the swell. So we're gonna go push our limits to some deep, deep water.
And we're alright. We've both got life jackets on, Harry's got the auto on, hiding behind him. So we're completely safe out here. I mean, you can't get any better conditions for doing what we're doing, so don't get any safer than this. Just if you do go out, be careful. But yeah, let's go and get some bigger fish.
Let's do it. Here we go! This is like eerily quiet, isn't it? So guys, we are currently in about 35 meters of water, going onto a pinnacle that goes from 20 to 40. So that's quite a lot, and it's pretty instant. So straight away from, 20 meters down to 40. Should hold some big fish. And it is, as I said to Ollie, eerily quiet out here. There's not a breath of wind at all. You can almost like hear your heartbeat. Oh, missed him. Missed him. Oh, they're playing with us today. Must not quite be on the feed yet, I'd have thought. Because we're not using that big lure. Oh, that was a wrasse. Yes! I think it's a little wrasse, to be fair.
That's what we're getting pestered by.
Yeah. For sure. There we go.
This little guy is a pouting. They often live on reefs and wrecks, and this guy was no exception. This brought our total species up to 3 until this guy.
Oh, never mind. No way. Look at that. There you go. A lovely male cookie wrasse. Beautiful. Yeah, are you just getting hit after hit? Yeah, same. Tempted to send the camera down. There we go. What is this? Well, fish on, guys. I have no idea what that is. That took and started fighting really weird. Almost want to say potentially another cookie wrasse. Whoa. Literally bring it up so slow, just so then they can just swim straight back down like nothing ever happened. But you can see there's barely even a bend in my rod, but I have got a fish on. I reckon, if I had to guess, I'd say this is going to be a female cookie wrasse. Well, I was right. I didn't think it would be that small. There we go. But, so the thing with these guys is they all live in a group down there, and the biggest one out of all of the cookie wrasse becomes a male, like the one we've just seen, and then you get all the others that are females, like this colour. And now these guys change gender, so when this one is the biggest one out of the whole shoal of them, this one will become male. But for a minute, she's female. We'll send her straight back down. You can see her teeth there. I'll get a proper close-up. But these are lovely little fish, and really, really cool. And also, as you could probably see from the size of my lure compared to this fish, very aggressive. Right, I'll get a video quickly and then we'll go get Ollie's lure back.
Help is on the way!
Just leave us there for a minute. That's it.
There we go. That was a good first drift, to be fair. So repositioned, I put a slightly further across, so you got a pinnacle. We fished this side of it, we're now fishing the other side in hopes of that might be where the pollock are sat. Never fished this before, so not sure exactly how it works, but that's where you got to sort of try everything. So we'll give it a crack, and Ollie's just retying his leader now. Right, let's catch a fish. Fish on. This feels slightly better, whatever it is, but not massive, but like again, just bring him up nice and slow. Oh, nice bit of head shakes. I'm going to call a pollock on this one, I reckon. There he is. There we go, another little pollock. You can see, you wouldn't even know that had come up from 5 meters or 40 meters, so we'll get him straight back. There we go. Fish on. Okay. Right, that didn't take like a big fish, but I think I might be onto a decent fish here. That scared me then, I thought it was going to reef me. It's got a lovely weight to it. It does feel like a nice pollock, and I can see it, and it is a nice pollock. There he is. Ollie's onto a good fish. There's mine.
That was a good initial first take.
Yeah,
that was kind of just dead weight, but
pollock. Oh, about the same size as mine. Lovely.
There's Ollie's coming in. Here's mine. See you, mate.
We then changed up tactics, so I opted for the underwater camera while Ollie opted for feathers.
Right, the camera is going down, so we will, if we get any interesting footage, we'll include it. We'll cut to a nice segment of it now, and then any other interesting footage we will include throughout the video. And Ollie has got a nice fish.
or a nice couple fish. Nice and slowly. Let's see what we've got.
Could be anything.
8 wrasse.
Oh yeah. Oh, nice looking wrasse.
There we go. I'm pretty sure I had more on there to start with, but that little guy is the only survivor on the way up.
He shot off, didn't he? Yeah, he did.
Without further ado, let's drop this camera down and see what's really down there. Initially, we can see a few pollock taking interest. This one maintained interest throughout, and I'd estimate this fish to be about 6 to 8 pounds. You can see the smaller fish taking interest as well, not bothered about the pollock's presence. You can see the coral and the urchin there on that rock. and as my lure comes up, this wrasse chases it, bites, and then bites me straight off. And then this pollock took some interest too, as well as this little cuckoo wrasse. Dropping back down, we can see some more pollock here. In fact, we can see loads of pollock here. Them being in a shoal likely indicates that they are feeding, and the competition for food increases behaviour like this. You can see on the left side we've got a few cuckoo wrasse there, and the pollock are very, very interested in whatever I'm dropping down. You can see they keep chasing it even after I've brought it up and start dropping it back down as well. You can also see this stunning male cuckoo wrasse. We'll get a close-up of him in a second. You can see his vibrant blue colour as he comes through the water to check out my lure. You can also see this octopus eerily moving along the bottom. And another male cuckoo wrasse coming up to check out my lure. And then, of course, a few more pollock too. I find this footage absolutely breathtaking and really, really highlights the life on British coral reefs.
Oh yeah!
You hear that so many times. Man.
I watched it go, that was awesome. Decent little fishy one.
It's a bit different fight to what we've had before. We'll bring it up. It is a pollock. It's not a bad pollock there. There we go. There's a lovely little pollock. He was tapping it and tapping it on the way up, so I just kept on reeling and then finally committed to it. But there we go. Get him back. Bite it. Thank you, that's better. Right, we're on again to another somewhat decent pollock. Did smash it, and then I missed it, and then he went for it again. So, bring him up nice and slowly.
Nice bend. Ooh. Do you need the net?
Yeah, quite close. Yeah. No, sorry. There he is. Another drop, another pollock. There we go. We'll send him on his way. We're literally just dropping the lure to the bottom, letting it hit the bottom, and then reeling it straight back up. It's quite easy in these conditions to feel when it is on bottom. So it's quite peaceful fishing, quite nice, quite enjoyable. There we are, let's get him back.
See you, mate. Right, so engine started. We're off to try a slightly different mark. We fished that mark, had some good footage and good fish, so time to try somewhere else. Okay, we are at some new reef now, so we're drifting from about 30 meters up to about 10, so quite a lot of, as a gannet just dived over there, quite a lot of variation in the ground, which is good for, you know, pollock, wrasse, and we've seen a lot of bait fish on the surface, so hopefully bass too, and who knows, anything else really, but we'll get dropped down and we'll sort of see what's going on.
There we go, first fish at the new mark. I've got a feeling this is a wrasse. Alright, very light, lots of head shakes. Let's have a look though, we'll bring him up nice and slow.
Oh, I'll cook your wrasse.
There we go, so there's another beautiful male cuckoo wrasse. Just had him straight off the bottom, literally lure hit the bottom and he hooked up. I could tell it was a wrasse bite because they just go kind of crazy for a little bit and then stop doing anything, and they're not very heavy. But what an absolutely stunning coloured fish. They are probably one of the most beautiful fish in UK waters, arguably. But look at the blue and the orange, it's just awesome. The teeth on them as well.
There he is. We just had him in a bucket to sort of recover because they're not the most hardy fish. Close up on his teeth there. Look at that. Wouldn't want to get bitten by him. Right, send him on his way. See you, mate.
We then dropped the camera down to see what was down there, and other than a few wrasse, there wasn't that much. So we decided to move to a slightly different reef that would hopefully offer some pollock fishing.
Right, so if you're local, you'll probably recognise where we are. We just thought it was so stunning, we thought we better head down this way. As you can see, the conditions haven't changed one bit. It is glass. In fact, it has changed because it's now got sunny, which is brilliant, but it is absolutely boiling. So I'm going to drop down, just see if we can snap up whatever is on this reef. I was just saying to Ollie, the whole time that I've owned this boat, which has nearly been 3 years, this is the nicest day without a doubt that we've ever had. Loads of sand under the boat. We are so lucky that we're not at work right now. I feel very, very sorry for anyone that had to work today.
Keep an eye on my rod. I'll first show the sand eel clip, and then you can see how a pollock picks up my lure, my rod tip bends, and then I go to wind in the slack line, and then the pollock finally realises it's hooked.
I don't know if you can see all the sand eel under the boat. They're like sort of... There we go. Oh, I've got a fish on my lure right now. Oh, I've got a fish on my lure right now.
That just smacked me. There we go, fish on. This might be a net job, Ollie.
Yeah.
There are so many sand eel right now below me. Literally a massive shoal of them. This is going to be a big wrasse. No, it's not, it's a pollock. He's there. Oh, that's a big fish. Oh, that is a proper stonking fish. Nice one. There you go, a beautiful pollock. He has unfortunately swallowed my lure, so he will be coming home, but he put up a lovely fight. We'll get him dispatched and we'll get him in the bucket.
There we go. Another fish on. There's some weight behind it, but I don't think he's realised he's hooked yet. Not a bad one.
Nice one. Oh! You got it, you got it.
There we go, there's another nice pollock. Although this guy has been through the wars, as you can see there. He has been eaten by something, and then again, on the top of his head, just there, he's been nipped. We'll get him back, hopefully he stops getting bullied down there.
That's a fish. That's a fish.
When I hooked up, I was quite a way off the bottom, but I'm not sure what this was. Pot rope, maybe. Rock, maybe. Fish, maybe. Let me know what you think in the comments below.
So we just stopped for a bit of lunch and we're going to get the drone up in a minute. But we're just taking in all the wildlife, even though they are making some weird noises from the gulls. But it is an absolutely lovely day out here. It's once in a year type day. It is completely flat. Doesn't even feel like we're out at sea. Feels like we should be tucked up an estuary somewhere.
Unbelievable, look at it.
There's a fish. Still, I don't even know if the GoPro will pick it up. Probably not. There are so many sand eels back here. Look at them jump as I bring the fish up. It's a nice wrasse actually. There we go, lovely Ballum wrasse. He had a go at it, came back for it. That's probably about, I don't know, £1.5, £2. Beautiful. Get him back in. 10 out of 10 dive. Nice. Looks quite big to me. I reckon that's a wrasse. I reckon that is a wrasse. Let's give him lots of big head shakes. I reckon that's quite a big wrasse. I'd love to help you, but I'm also in. There's a big wrasse. There we go, 2 lovely wrasse. Beautiful. Obviously mine's a bit smaller than Ollie's, but that is a proper chunk. That's probably what, £3.5 maybe? Yeah. Send them both on their way. See you mate. Thanks for pooing all over my boat.
Man, what a hell of a year it's been.
There we go, hooked up. Very much feels like quite a decent wrasse. It was right on the bottom and it slammed it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, there's like a shoulder pollock following Ollie's lure up as well. Pretty cool.
Play a sad song on a tiny violin for the man confessing his sin. I need some nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil will walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely, trying to get away from the old me.
That is a absolutely wonderfully coloured Ballum wrasse. Beautiful, beautiful blue hues on it. Nice red colour as well. And probably a nice £3. Very, very fat fish. If you can see the sort of girth there. And you can see on his head he's got all sorts of like little tiny lice, which these guys always seem to carry. But yeah, we'll shoot him straight back. It's really interesting because the water's quite clear. So you can see all the pollock chasing Ollie's lure up. There's probably like 3 or 4 of them shooting around. Send him on his way. Oh, nearly was a 10 out of 10 dive, but he did get the boat. Right, so we pretty much exhausted this mark. We fished it for quite some time now, and we've had a lot of good fish, but we just fancy a change in scenery. So we're just going to shoot over to a similar mark to where we were this morning, as the tide has changed. It's coming quite a lot, so the shallower reef that we were on should be deeper and should hold some better fish. Right, here we are, we've made it. We are at the reef we were this morning, and on the we checked back the camera footage, the Western cam. There's some big pollock down there. So we thought, it's a small reef, so they can't really go anywhere else, so they're definitely down there. They must feed at some set of tide, so let's see if we can put a lure in front of them that they want. Just tied on Scaries Pro. This was the exact lure that I had my 7-pound bass on in John's video. We'll tag up the top. Now let's give it a drop and see what's down there. Ah, sick. Right, well that didn't last long, unfortunately. Obviously the fish we saw this morning are obviously just not feeding, or they've moved slightly off, but we're gonna drift out here because it is absolutely stunning. Got a seagull over there that wants the fish that we're not catching, and yeah, drift out here, eat some lunch, and then we'll head over to a different reef. Oh, never mind. There we go, fish on. This one feels like a decent-ish pollock, I think. Might not be too big, but nice to know they're feeding on the new mark. Here we go. There she is, little one. Lovely golden colour though. Yeah, I hit it 3 times and finally got hooked. Beautiful, getting released. Here she goes.
See you, mate.
Right, she's not. There we go. Smacked it, that did. It's holding very deep. This feels like a slightly better fish. Got some weight behind it. But it's got some. I don't really understand how it's not done a run yet. That is a nice fish. It is a nice fish, but I don't really. It's not running like a nice fish should do. Just coming up.
Just be a big pollock, wasn't it?
It is a big pollock. Yeah, yeah. She's gonna go nuts at the surface. That was the weirdest fight I have ever had. Oh, I knew it! I knew it! I knew it! Oh my god! I knew it! I called it, didn't I? Do all your fighting on the way up next time. Oh, I knew it was going to happen. There we go. Oh, bit there. That's a slightly better fish. Bit heavier. You know, didn't really fight at all. You can see there's a little bit of damage on that bottom fin there, probably from a seal but there we go. A beautiful one. Probably, I don't know, 3.5, 4 pound. We'll release this one because it's in good health.
See you later.
Dropping down where I release this pollock, you can see we have a multitude of other species, including this mackerel, this launce, and this ballam wrasse that took a liking to my lure. You can also see that spiny starfish on the bottom.
Fish on.
So back on the feathers, and little wrasse has just taken the very last one. So we'll get him unhooked and get him back. But it's given us a bit of sport, so I can't complain.
The sheer number of sand eel around the boat enticed us to try and net a couple to try and put on Ollie's feathers to live bait them, and it didn't quite go to plan.
They're quick.
Fighting that crazy thing like that.
It's a mackerel.
Yeah. There we go. On the feathers again, and we finally got a mackerel. There we go. So yeah, just using the feathers, and on the drop down, one of these little guys, you can tell because they're just sporadic, just don't stop fighting, little head shakes. But yeah, we'll keep him. We'll try and bait up some feathers if we get a chance for some slightly bigger fish. But there we go. We'll get him popping straight in the bucket.
So using Navionics on my phone, I've just got it there in the corner. You can see the ground we're drifting over, and I put a little ping of where we get fish. So I can tell you now, on that first drift where we had that decent pollock, we are literally about to go over that ground. However, it does seem like they have stopped feeding because the tide is now slack high water, so that could be why we're not getting any now. Nice to see the mackerel though. Okay, so we've gone back out. We just had a little bit of a rest and a bit of food because it's absolutely roasting. So we've just headed back out now onto the deeper ground, and yeah, I'm just using Navionics on my phone to sort of put us on the right sort of marks, but looks pretty good. Might have to just restart this slight drift. We're not drifting pretty much at all, as you can probably tell. I mean, it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon now, and it's no different from 5 in the morning when we were out here, so lovely. But I'll get us repositioned just slightly that way, just so we can drift back over the nice ground. You got fish? Yeah, nice. That's on the boom rig, so he's got a 6-ounce lead. And
yeah, it's not actually that big. It's just got a 6-ounce weight strapped to its face. The pollock, I just can't feel what it's doing. Fish on the lure there, and then a big 6-ounce just to get that lure down there because it is slightly smaller than I would be fishing originally.
There we go. Nice. Look at it just holding. Just digging.
There we go. There's my fish unhooked, and we'll see what Harry brings up.
I think I'm going to bring in something slightly bigger than that pollock. Unless it's just been eaten by something. There is some proper weight to this fish. Oh my god.
A very nice fighting pollock.
This thing is properly digging. That is a pollock. I can't quite see how big. Decent, for sure. Still can't quite see him. Yeah, that'll do. It doesn't fit the net. There we go. Oh. There we go. That's a better one. That's sort of why we're out here. That's probably a nice 5-pounder. Again, Ollie absolutely covered in pollock slime here. There we go. Beautiful. Yeah, nice, probably 5-pounder. This one is going to get an invite to dinner because I did come out here with the intention of keeping a couple, and we are reaching the end of our session. So we'll get this guy dispatched. Thank you very much, mate. Put up a lovely fight, and we'll get our lures back down. There we go.
On again, on the boom rig. We obviously found them now.
Nice fish.
I don't think it's too bad. It's so hard to tell.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a pouting.
You've had 2 of them today. Oh, get away from me.
So slightly bigger, but there is another pouting. Lovely.
Another great thing with weather like this is that it is glass. You can hear the dolphins and the porpoises. Well, we've not seen any dolphins today. We've seen so many porpoises. Whether it's the same pair coming back and forth, but I don't know if you can see them all the way out there. There's a couple of them again. But you can just hear them come up and yeah, it's just really cool to see because you don't get to see it that often. So there we go. So we just drifted off the reef. So we're just gonna go straight back. I mean, it would be stupid not to go straight back to exactly where we've gone. So let's give it a go.
As well as taking in the mass amount of cookie wrasse, take a look at this fish in the bottom right. I'm not 100% sure what it is. I think it is definitely either a big whiting or perhaps a haddock. Let me know what you think in the comments. This clip really allows you to see how aggressive and territorial cuckoo rats are. And there are absolutely tons of them down there, as well as inquisitive pollock. There are even more down there in this clip. It's interesting to note the size difference between the males and the females, as well as the pure aggression from them of being in their territory. They're not necessarily hungry for the lure, but they just sort of go up to it and nip it just to try and get it out of their territory. I find it really interesting to see all the coral down there on all the rocks. You can see the lone aggressive pouting chase my lure up, and bang, fish on.
There we go, fish on, and that is fish on camera. So that footage should be quite cool. See what we've got, bring it up nice and slow, as usual. This is on a storm, I think it's a Biscay shad, the little yellow one. I'll show the lure to the camera in a minute. Looking at that, we've got a pollock, I think. No, we don't. We have a pouting. There he is. Sorry?
That'll be pretty interesting to see.
That should be really interesting to see. I don't know why these guys don't fight at all until they get to the boat, but you know. Try and release this guy, he doesn't look in too bad condition. There's the lure there, little storm. Brilliant little lures. Look fair and square on the top of the lip. There we go, lovely little pouting. We'll send him on his way. See you, mate. So, there we go. Thank you guys for joining us on that session. That was honestly a brilliant day, and I just think you never ever get conditions like this. I mean, it's like 2:30 in the afternoon, and it's been like this since, well, 4. We headed out at, yeah, just before 4 this morning, so.
I think the lack of sleep and the weather has got to us, so that's about as all much we can hack today, but regardless, it was a good day and we've got plenty of fish.
Yeah, it should have been a brilliant video. Obviously we haven't edited it yet, but it should be a brilliant video. We've got a few fish to take home for the table, so that'll be brilliant. We've been everywhere, to be fair, used a lot of fuel, but it's been very, very worth it, and we just sort of, we're so grateful to be able to just make the most out of days like this out on the water. I'm very lucky that we're both not at work. So yeah, so thank you guys for joining us. If you did enjoy, make sure you subscribe there, and then, oh, seagull came through, and watch this video here. And if you did enjoy this video, please like and comment. It does really, really help us out. But yeah, so that's all from us today, and we will see you next week. Thanks guys.